We're over here tapping in with KWJT, Puget Sound from space. I'm over here with Corey. You're tapping in with Tavares and sliding with Solana.
Last week I went really crazy with the intro. We're going to continue going crazy, brazy, azy all year long, 2022. We appreciate the Groovers who's been tapping in with the first two episodes of the year. So thank you for all the viewers and listeners at home.
Come on, shout out pretty.
Tranquil Forest, we truly appreciate you every time. Last week you had us packed out. I was packed out majorly. So shout out to the team over there. And without a further ado, very excited about this one. Let me introduce this week's guest. We got Carey Stacks up in the motherfucking building.
Hey, what camera do I look at?
Oh, this way.
Okay.
That's you.
Carey motherfucking Stacks, man. Been this thing, the Groovy Tapes.
Come on.
You know?
Man, this is really exciting, man. The seat right now for the viewers at home is on fire, man. It can't get any better than this, you know. Full circle moment for Tavares right now, you know. This is definitely one of those artists that I looked up to, being a man from South Seattle. So for all the viewers at home, if you don't know, Carey Stacks is one of the originators of the game out here. A lot of the first musicians to, you know, crack the pavement and make a name for themselves. You know, there's a huge group and a lot of history behind those certain people, but Carey Stacks definitely holds his own name amongst those people. So truly blessed to have you on the platform. Thank you for coming on over.
Appreciate you for having me, man. You know?
Of course. This is well overdue. The town you should have a stack of interviews from the city.
I'm telling you, they sleep.
So
don't wake their ass up though.
You know, the fact that Groovy Tapes is the first in a decade-long career is like,
all right.
It's amazing for us just because we looked up to you, and not only did we look up to you, you were like famous to us, real deal, bro. Like star. So it's
appreciate that, man.
So these moments don't we'll talk about this all week. Just the fact that we got to really do this.
Nigga, the same way y'all excited, I'm excited too, bro. On everything, sure.
Yeah, man, highly requested interview, and you've also been showing us major love and just tapping in with the platform. So we always appreciate anyone who's willing to show us love and, you know, show us support. So
it's about, bro.
So I want to
go ahead.
So I want, since there's no start. Let's start at the beginning where what got you like in the music? What was that time like in the beginning of like just loving music to go into like to pen, you know, and just developing that? Because like you're from the really the era where there wasn't a bunch of studios, there wasn't all this equipment, like, you know, there wasn't what we have available today is like, you know, it's amazing. So like bring us back to like finding those like places to record and things like that.
Like shit. I first can't necessarily recall when I like first got into music because it was like more of a natural thing. Like motherfuckers be like, oh, I've been rapping since I was 3-4 years. I literally really was a little baby trying to rap and shit, like writing bars and shit. And it was just, I don't know. I was really my whole life, really, but as far as when I really start taking it serious, that's crazy, bro. Y'all know Jay Pender?
Yeah. I've heard of him.
We went to school together. That's my boy. We went to school together forever, but like in high school, 9th grade, his uncle had a studio or whatever.
Yeah.
And we went over there and recorded a couple little songs, like maybe 3 songs, whatever, brought him back to school. The whole school was feeling them. So that kind of let me know right there, like, oh, shit, motherfuckers like this shit.
Yeah.
But then I wasn't like consistent with it.
Yeah.
So maybe probably about my junior year, high school, probably like 05 or something.
Yeah.
My brother hooked me up with Avatar. You know Avatar
shit.
from out here?
Yeah.
He's like, I know, you're from the South and shit, and y'all don't be fucking around, but I got this boy, he's dope as fuck. He's from Deuce 8, though. I just want you to meet him. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not no knucklehead, hothead motherfucker anyway, so I don't care where somebody's from. Boom, I meet him or whatever, he's cool. He invited me to come to the lab with him.
Oh, that's
now,
fine.
mind you, this is a real studio now, like some real shit. So, boom, matter of fact, y'all know Eloquent?
Yeah.
He's the engineer.
Crazy
producer.
shit. My first studio session was with Eloquent.
Yep, me too. On everything. That Av took me up there to Eloquence and shit.
That's crazy.
And I'll just have long ass papers, like a song would be like 30, 40 bars. I was like, nah, bro, you can't. He taught me how to break the shit down into bars and shit. Av really taught me that shit. And then start fucking around with it then. But that was probably like 05. So that was like the first time I was in a real deal lab.
Yeah.
Then I was just off and on until probably about 2000. When my first project come out, like 2011 or something.
Damn.
So from 2011.
What a beautiful time in the
serious. Like
I'm making it.
I'd
Yeah.
probably say 2011.
That's funny because that's our freshman year of high school.
2011.
Yeah. So as
that's crazy. That's how I had my first kid in 2011.
Did we get a hand clap for
Yes,
all
sir.
of that?
Yes, sir.
All of that.
I was really just in a basement.
Carey pulled up and was really connecting the dots. What the fuck? I'm over here dumbfounded.
But yeah, so 2011, that's when I really got serious with it. My brother, he had a home studio. They spent probably like, I ain't gonna lie, $30,000 and just redid this whole room in our basement that it looking like if the rest of the house looked like that, would have been in $1 million house. This motherfucker redid the whole everything, had it looking fly as a motherfucker. So I had a home studio. So after that, it was over.
That's fire.
But
And this is 2011, 2012, right?
Yep, 2011, 2012. Matter of fact, I could really say he had that home studio up and going probably like 08, 09. I started using it around that time. And then we got to where we'll have hella the homies and shit. My brother's a private person, so it wasn't like it was open for everybody to fuck with. So my boy Naj, he had just cashed out on some equipment for us, and nobody else rapped. I was the only one out of all my homies that rapped, so Naj cashed out on some shit, and we built our own studio. So that was probably like 2012.
Yeah.
After that, it's just been nonstop. So I could say I've been seriously doing it since probably like 2010.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a really a great time to like crack off in the city and really like.
And it's crazy because like I'm young, but it's like when I remember at one point I was the rapper. Everybody wasn't rapping.
Yeah.
I was the rapper. There was a few like off-brand people and shit, but like I was the rapper. Like now everybody can rap. I remember motherfuckers was shy and shit. Like I remember when certain people didn't even used to talk, bro. All these motherfuckers that we be seeing be so cool now and shit. Like I remember when you didn't even used to. I don't even remember what your voice sounded like.
Is that funny for you to see just people like grow into like just see the city grow more into itself? Because like at that point it was such like you had to be serious about it or like you weren't credited. Now it's just like there's so many artists from Washington.
And what it is Seattle never really had an identity on that. Like you can't hear some shit about that's some Seattle shit. Like the words or something, but like as far as the sound, we never really, so. Now I damn near can't even say now we have our own sound because nowadays what the younger generation of rappers, they don't mind. They blatantly use other people's shit. Like I remember back in the day, motherfuckers like what they call like you're a biter, or you swagger jacker or some shit like that. I know it sound old as fuck saying that shit.
But you were.
I remember when that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
So now it's like nobody really has their own identity because everybody focuses on sounding like what they rap like what they listen to.
Yeah.
So, and that'll fuck you up sometimes. Honestly, like if you listen to too many other rappers and shit, you'll catch yourself sounding like them.
Yeah, you start to blend.
Now they do it with pride now, though. Like, yo, fuck. Like, listen to this Detroit shit. Like, listen to this Detroit flow. Like, bro.
You from Renton.
For sure. You live in the Highlands. You talk about Detroit flow.
When were you wearing buffs? When
and it be fucked up because, like, we got shit to be proud of here.
No,
though.
there's hella swag. Like, Washington has this uniquely own swag. And, like,
that's all in the process was what I've been finding. You know, our culture is like embedded in like the way we do things.
Yes.
Right.
But like we're so melting pot.
Yeah, because
we
it's a
had
mixture
to.
of everything.
They like it's like how we were formed.
I feel like it's really on language. Like as far as like beat selection and things like the music is really tough. Like I'm not saying all producers, but a lot of the music that people rap over isn't Washington themed. So like whenever I can get an album that like remind me driving to like on I-5 or like give me that like spring, you can see Mount Rainier but there's still snow on it like vibe.
Nah,
I'm
for
always
real.
happy. So like it's very. I would say there's a scattered amount of artists here that give me that like this is it's gloomy but it's like vibey like that. That's what I would say. Is, because like
it's a vibe.
It's a vibe year round because it's like you got to go outside in the rain like 9 times out of 10. So like the rain don't really stop the party. So like whenever you can find an artist that'll tap into like I got a raincoat on, like, you know, it just like that element of it. Like I saw my cutty Gritty shooting in the rain the other day, and like he was just thugging it out and just like had hella people show up in the rain. And like I know a few artists that have been like that is what Washington is missing.
Right.
Like shooting only in the summer, only depicting Washington in the summer. You got 3-4 months to really
Show
get all your
real
music
shit.
videos out, or you got to be in LA.
It took me to travel around to appreciate here more.
Yeah.
Like being here your whole life, you be like, man, I'm trying to get. But then when you meet people from other places and tell them about it, they be like, damn, I'm trying to see that. I'm
Exactly.
like, I heard it was cool up there. I'm trying to come, man. And then it'd be crazy because certain people would come out here and they don't want to leave.
No, facts. They become
So
embedded.
Seattle really has a lot of hidden gems and shit, you know.
Yeah.
But being from here, you don't focus on it because you be stuck in your program.
Yeah.
But explore a little bit. You might find a new something you ain't been under your nose the whole time and didn't know. Like you'd be like, damn, I drove past that shit my whole life and never knew that was right there. Like,
never gave up. That's kind of I feel like that's me in Tacoma right now. Like over the last like year and a half, like we've been going out to Tacoma like shows and just like fucking with a lot more people from Tacoma. And like being from Washington, I always like associated with Tacoma and Washington don't vibe for whatever reason.
Tacoma and Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tacoma and Seattle. Don't vibe, but they don't have this like mix.
Right.
And then
I mean, point blank period, there was a strong stigma against Tacoma.
there was a thing, but like
But then it kind of boils down to the individual too, though.
Exactly.
Everybody out there is not like that.
Yep.
and that's what I had to learn. Like
I got
it was
some of the best people I ever met in my life. They're from Tacoma, from the east side.
yeah. So like, I did took me an adult.
On there.
The area and then the people you meet, like, but it took me to become like an adult and just actually like, let me go to Tacoma, let me kick, let me drink, let me like experience, like it's the same, we're in the same state, but like let me appreciate
It's
a different
whole
city.
different city though.
Yeah.
That's crazy, huh? Like
It's a whole different vibe, but it's like it reminds me of like Tacoma reminds me of growing up in Washington. Like it's like very family feel. Like it feel like you're in a room full of a bunch of cousins, but like nobody know each other.
Yeah.
They just all from like some part of Tacoma.
Where you from? I live down the street.
You know.
Then it be crazy though, cause sometimes they can feel it. Like
Yeah.
they like them niggas ain't from
Exactly.
here.
Where you from? Oh yeah, I'm from the Northgate. Yeah, I can tell. You looking around to me. You don't know what to ask for. You don't know where to sit. Your posture's off.
Kind of out of place.
You know.
You know, we were speaking some good isms. I wanted to ask you. We were around the timeline of like early 2010s. You started traveling down to California a lot more and working with artists from out there. How did that build? And what did that mean to you in your career at that point?
That I was we can edit.
Yeah. You're good.
Also, we get packed out on the pod, so don't worry.
Y'all smoking?
No. Oh yeah.
So, tap in.
Oh, shit. But back then, it was ill because like I worked close with Jack a lot. You feel me?
Yeah.
And because that was more like my family, like you know what I'm saying? I knew him before I even rapped. You feel me? He already dealt with my family and my brother and them. So when it was my turn to rap, he was more excited, like, that I actually rap. Like, shit, I'm fucking with you. So he'll be out here doing business with whoever he's fucking with, but always end up getting a hold of me and coming with me and shit. That's how we ended up having so much music together, because we'll just be chilling. But now we got 2 home studios, like I said, downstairs and upstairs. So we just putting shit out. And then he's the one who taught me about punching in, not writing and shit. So it was like we was just
crazy.
Putting it out. We didn't drop none of this shit, but we got it still. So be on the lookout. We got me and Jack got a lot of music that ain't nobody heard.
Like,
we just trying to do the right thing with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't want to just put it out and then, you know.
And I get the
right
ears
way.
of exactly. I just gotta give that a hand clap right there.
But that's what it was. I skipped the whole question. Me fucking with Jack bringing me around the music scene out there, it kind of opened up so many doors for me just off of the strength of him. So a lot of people that I met was all through Jack.
Yeah.
So it's like him giving me the stamp was like pretty much, oh yeah. They giving me the same love as they treating me like they known me their whole life and shit.
Yeah.
So.
That's got to be a great feeling to just have like that already family embedded into like an industry that you're trying to crack in, and just like
and it was crazy because we grew up listening to Jack and shit, like, and it was ill. I remember my homeboy, my nigga Weez, shout out my nigga Weez, he had a CD. And it was the Jack artist, Jack's like second or third CD, and he was like, I took these CDs out the bitch car. Whoop, whoop, whoop. She got this. I don't really like this one. I'm like, what? Nigga, that's the new Jack CD. I'm like, play that shit. We're going through it. He's like, oh, this shit's hard. I'm like, nigga, give me this motherfucker.
You don't even know what you don't even know what you got right now.
You just said this shit was weak and some more shit. I confiscated that shit. But it was crazy that don't happen to I don't think that's really happened to nobody. Like, where your favorite rapper actually comes and gets you. Like, you rap too? All right, well, I'm gonna give you this boost for your career.
Yeah, but based off love, not even on like I'm trying to take something, I'm trying to sign it, boo boo. He was like,
I asked him, I was like, bro, so what do we gotta do? Like, sign a contract or something? He's like, what? Man, that's some pussy shit. Yeah. We ain't signing no motherfucking contract.
Yeah, fuck with you.
I was like, I was just asking, bro.
Just trying to figure it out.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how this shit work. I'm asking, do I gotta sign a paper, nigga? I'll sign it right now. But yeah, that don't happen every day where you get to work with your favorite rapper, especially on them kind of terms.
Yeah, like on a regular basis. Anytime you just hear just kicking it, and that's from not being like I can, because I came to Washington in 2005, but I don't have I made all my friends like middle school and high school, so I didn't really know what was going on. So everybody we've interviewed, anyone that makes music here, like the jacket is like, if not one, the first person that they like quote or say they grew up listening to is two. So like,
I told him that. I'm like, you're our Tupac, bro.
yeah.
Well, you gotta think, Tupac died in 96. Half of these people wasn't even born in 96. Like, nobody know about Tupac. No. Like, nigga, you are the younger generation's version of Tupac.
Yeah. So to have like real moments with a person like that, like that's a legend in your city. That translate through, and I think that showed through like what you were able to create for yourself and like really put the city on and like really like build a connection.
It was ill because that unfortunate situation that happened with Jack, we didn't get to do none of the shit we played. So everything I did was just word of mouth pretty much. Yeah. We didn't put out no albums, no nothing. All the shit we was gonna do got cut short, you feel me? Yeah. So I'm still trying to, keep the dream alive. Just put this shit in motion, you feel me? Oh, shit. And I'm still putting it in motion, Jack. I got you, bro. We still gonna do this shit.
Man. Can we get a double hand clap for that, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a moment. Like,
shit be heavy.
Like that's his, like, you created history off of, like, you created history in two cities and like off of love. So that's a beautiful thing.
And it's crazy because the Bay, that's like 10 cities.
Yeah.
It's like San Francisco, Oakland,
yeah,
Richmond, Berkeley, San Leandro, Hayward. It's a cluster. So the Bay is like shit, hella different markets. Each city's different. So that's cool. Now they got hella shit going on in the Bay. It ain't the same now. I don't think nobody likes each other in California right now.
Nah, nobody. Nah, California is...
LA, Bay, and everybody's mad at each other.
Yeah, it's been going down, man. It's unfortunate seeing a lot of lives being lost due to the game and rappers just trying to make it. It's just like never ending thing against hip hop. Yeah, it's like a war on hip hop. It's crazy,
dangerous, man.
Yeah, losing a lot of West Coast legends. That's always what's unfortunate. Is like,
what you see that shit with Draco the Ruler?
Yeah, RP the Ruler.
RP, man.
Yeah, to like
cut his throat.
I could not imagine beating beating two cases, coming home, having like literally the best like proven career, like all the work you put in up until that point really like worked. Like, yeah, like you came home and had a Drake feature, but you got a Drake feature because of like what you were doing, and for all that to be cut short just because like
one mismove is all it takes, bro.
And that's very, 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 very unfortunate. Like to cities losing heroes and like real ways out is never a good thing. Like it's always,
Nipsey, shit. Jackie even got killed in Oakland. Like it's dangerous being a leader and shit. Like it's dangerous, man.
Very much so. It's very important to just like stay the path and stay out the fucking way.
Stay out the way, and if you are gonna be out there fucking around, stay militant, man. Like, stay on your P's and Q's. Don't be like a fucking trooper, but at least don't be slipping, playing and shit. You don't gotta be like fucking G.I. Joe or nothing, but pay attention at all times, please. Pay attention, because this shit's real.
Can we? I wanted to.
No, go.
I wanted to ask you to paint a picture of the South End when you were growing up, and were there any monumental places that you held close to heart?
Okay. All right, I could start off on Henderson. A lot of people don't remember the Safeway, how it is now with the gas station and all that, that shit didn't used to be like that. How the building is and shit, it was the other way around. So Safeway was on this side of the parking lot. And remember how Rite Aid's actually on Henderson across from the school?
Yeah.
Rite Aid was next to Safeway. They was in the same building, like
Oh, that makes so much sense.
So across the parking lot where, where the veterinarian is over there, that used to have buildings connected to it. So it was like two sets of buildings across from each other. The Safeway, a parking lot, then the vet, then there used to be a record store / pager store, like a clothing store, my mom's store, and then the liquor store.
What? That makes so much.
The whole parking lot was different,
bro. That makes so much sense because
there was
growing
no
up,
gas station. Jack in the Box wasn't a walk up. You could go sit down inside and eat.
Oh yeah, I used to hear about that.
That's the
sub
sub shop.
You really just painted like this, like, because that's all I know of this, like all that, like the parking lot is all I know with the gas station. So like
the gas, there was no gas. Safeway didn't even sell gas yet. I don't think. Like no Safeway had a gas station back then.
Damn.
That's just Henderson.
Exactly. Like that's like 5.
That's a whole different plaza. What the
Bro.
hell? That's a different,
whole different
everything,
bro.
What the hell? And was the Ville still right there?
Oh, the Ville always been there.
Yeah.
It wasn't them colors yet. It was still fucked up looking, but yeah, the Ville was still right there. Yeah, the Ville always been there. What else? Okay, boom, go down a little more.
I miss Payless.
Payless. Then the little tire shop now. That used to be a car wash.
The car wash, yeah.
Then Cloverdale store, that was always there. Rose.
Was Starlighter always there? The apartments?
Yeah, that was always there.
I used to, yeah.
Othello. All that shit's pretty much the same. You can see that. The only thing new there is them apartments where there always people jogging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's like, what, King?
Where Rainier Fitness, Emerald City Fitness.
Yeah, right there. That's new. But all that shit down there, they ain't really got to that yet. That's all the same pretty much. Then
they just waxed the Aromo Center over there by Rose Street.
Oh, y'all know? Okay, on Othello where the light rail is.
Yeah,
them apartments, not the ones where the teriyaki shit is, but the ones across.
Yeah,
the new
that
ones?
used to be a fucking swap meet called King Center.
Yeah,
y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do remember the swap
called King Center, the swap meet.
Faint memories of the big ass center.
I love this. Like,
like where
the King Center.
Oh yeah.
It was like this big ass, like there was this cover. It was crazy.
I really love this drive that we're taking down Rainier. Like, cause as a I didn't. Like I got to see a lot of it like through just the bus and shit like that, but I never really got to touch and experience a lot of these places, and not to hold like real memories from there at the time. So like, I think this is like, I think it's really cool for you to take people through like areas they drive past like all the time. I drive down Rainier all the time, and just like to just see it.
This
how
was
you're
Shiesty South End, so people was passing through fast. They're not
no cruise control.
They're not having it. If you're on foot, who are you?
It seemed like when I was a kid, I don't know if it's because I was young, but it seemed like there was older people actually in the streets, like
all the time.
Yeah, like grown ass men checking kids and shit. Like, oh shit, like, bro. I swear, we used to have to deal with grown ass men. It's like, damn, by the time I was like 20, I was in a car. I'm not roaming the streets and shit like that. Like, there was really grown ass men roaming the streets back then, picking on us and shit.
Like, I think about that as an adult.
Ask someone in the South End family member, your uncles or your grandpas and shit.
While they were on demon time, while
They
they were just outside hunting kids.
The OGs of of Seattle and like Raider
Nah,
Valley.
but like I hear that was just like the time, like the time period like of the '90s. That was just like what the adults did, and like
celebrities was out here and shit.
Yeah, like I don't want to just be talking about shit that I don't know all the way about, but I got so much stories I could repeat a motherfucking story. We could go deep off in this shit, but I don't want to like talk about some shit I don't personally know all the way about. But yeah, man, the '90s in Seattle was a motherfucker. Like, imagine this. I be telling motherfuckers, like people that are older than me, you seen the world before crack.
Yeah.
I never seen the world before crack. The world was already fucked up and cracked out by the time I came outside. Imagine being in the world in 1980. There was no crack yet. Like, there might have been gangs in LA and shit, but there was not no gangs in America like that yet. Like, a lot of gangs spread because of drug trade, you feel me? So before there was crack, motherfuckers they was keeping that shit in Chicago and in LA. Yeah. There wasn't no fucking gangs. Imagine seeing Seattle before there were gangs here. And then imagine the gangs coming. You have to deal with that. You're like, what the fuck? These motherfuckers is taking over. Like, what the fuck's going on? Who are these niggas?
Just the changing of the city.
That shit's crazy. That's his own podcast right there. Shit.
That needs to be a docuseries, honestly.
That shit'll be
I know somebody got the footage.
But yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about it, so I wouldn't go too deep off into it, because that'll give a motherfucker room to be like, oh, nigga, you just talking. Like,
hey, you said that wrong on the Groovy Tapes episode. I seen you. You gave us a view? Oh, thank you.
Come on, give a like, subscribe.
Motherfuckers try to get on my head, so I just be, but nah, this shit's real.
So I wanted to go a little bit back to music. What was it for you like starting those first shows? Like when there were still rap shows everywhere.
Yeah.
What was that like in the city for you? Just being able to go and like do hip hop and do your music like in like Numos and that, like when they were still like booking like hip hop shows. What was the scene like for you?
Shit, it was cool. I was still me and Avatar, we opened up for motherfucking Nipsey Hussle. Damn. Rest in peace. We opened up for Nip. What was that at? Nemo's, yeah. And that was like one of the biggest crowds in Seattle I ever performed at. Like, they was out there. They packed that shit out for Nip. It was crazy, too. I got a story about that. Boom. We had the cordless microphones. Nemo's didn't have cordless microphones. We brought our own mics. Somebody from Nipsey's crew came, knocked on the door like, hey, Nip asked Kenny borrow the cordless mics for the thing. I was like, hell no, nigga, it was our mics. I'm like, he didn't say nigga, but he's like, them is our mics. I'm like, bro, get that motherfucker them mics. I'm like, that's Nip, bro. That's Nipsey Hussle, nigga. What the fuck? He's like, being a Seattle motherfucker said, if he wants the mics, tell him to come ask for him himself. How come all the homies, even his homies, was like, man, give him the motherfucking mics. Boom. Nigga, give him the mics. Long story short, after it's over, they invite us to come over in their little part of backstage. They had hella bitches and bottles and weed and shit. Motherfucker was kind of being uptight at first, you feel me? He's like, come on, bro, y'all come fuck with us. He's like, there's too many bitches. We can't fuck with all these hoes and drink all this shit and come on. So he was cool, genuine nigga. Yeah. It was crazy, though, having that experience. That was a cool little show.
Yeah. I heard, I've a lot of the homies that I get to meet now and like get to work with now were at that show or like had hands in and like putting it together. I know Jaime was there. Either he helped throw it or he was just in the vicinity at the show. But that's amazing. Like Nip was one of those people that I was like dying to meet. Like he was like just to get that interaction of just like 5 minutes to just like maybe ask a question, maybe just like have that opportunity to pick his brain on like what he thinks is gonna what his next venture, maybe not his next venture, but like what is he looking at? Like, because a lot of the things that he did are so implemented in like big business, and just like everyone stole a lot of the blueprint and a lot of the ideas that he just like he built and put his time in and doing something different.
Hell yeah.
So just like getting to meet that mind and that business energy and just like that cool ass person, like that's amazing.
Yeah, it was a blessing. A lot of the people I got to meet doing music and shit, it's all a blessing. For real. I ain't met there's been a couple rappers that I met that I wish I didn't meet. Cause you be like, man, I thought this nigga was cool. He's really a weirdo. But for the most part, most of the people I met and dealt with have been cool.
Oh, that's
maybe about 2 or 3 of you guys
you know.
Maybe 2 or 3 of you rap cats that I just don't deal with. I just like, yeah. It's cool.
Let's give that a round of applause just for, you know. I give it a hand clap sometimes.
What's that juice y'all drinking?
You know Bell?
Oh yeah, that's my bro.
Yeah, this is his juice.
Okay, no, I'm tripping.
Yeah,
bro, I'm tripping.
Oh, we got. If you want one, we can bring you one.
Hell yeah.
If you're trying to rejuvenate after a hard night,
come on,
a lot of liquor,
come on,
go ahead and grab you one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Jones juice.
What is that, like a sweet green, or that's like the real vegetable green?
This is the all greens. It got kale, spinach, cucumber, zucchini, green apple, and lime up in there.
Yeah, and Mel only uses fresh ingredients and shit like that, so it's definitely like it was bought the day it was juice. So you're getting straight from it. Ooh, get that user review. I killed my bottle, so I can't do a sip on camera.
Yeah, if you rewind a little bit,
I was dusting it off.
I ain't gonna lie, them green juices like that. That's why I say, is it sweet or is it like a salad?
Nah, this was sweet.
This one's sweet. It's that lime's really pushing through. I'm fucking with it tough.
Certain green ones,
green apple and lime.
You gotta just down them.
Yeah,
you gotta just get it in you. Fuck
nah, these is awesome. I'm trying to.
I really like it.
I gotta get the sky blue one. I heard that one's fire.
Oh, the juice,
yeah,
the blue one.
Yeah, he did a one with. I don't know if it's Reg inspired or like him and Reg collabed on it. I don't know the specifics, but I definitely need that blue one. That shit look fire.
Slick ass.
Nah, he's out in Europe living
slick
life.
Ass nigga on everything. He's doing it out there. I've been watching him.
Sky blue everywhere. It's beautiful really to see.
In another country, I'm like, nigga, the food looks different and everything. I just watched him when I was on my way here.
Nah, it's
Reg is doing his thing out there. That's dope. Like, you know, motherfucker go to another country, but he's really in another country. Like,
I saw him tweet the other a couple of days ago, or it might have been today or something. He was like, "I'm just like hella people just speaking different languages to me. I'm just like nodding and then laughing when they laugh." I'm just like, he just vibing like that's beautiful because like that inspires me to go travel and go go see it and just like
I had long talks with that nigga and tell him, bro, you inspire me to do shit. You know what I mean?
No, Reg is definitely leading in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask about continuing that relationship with the Bay to this day, or I don't know specifically where Sad is from. Big Sad,
from LA.
Okay, but continue that relationship and like with the new generation of rappers and things like that.
Yeah.
Are you constantly looking for people to like Like as far as like new people coming out of LA, since you already have that relationship, or is it just very natural where you're just
it just happens, like happens.
Yeah.
Like I usually like if I meet somebody through somebody or something, or I ain't never just been like, let me go look to see who's up coming up or whatever, you know. But it'd be like you'll hear somebody like the homies playing somebody or something. Like, oh, who's that?
Yeah.
Oh, this a new nigga up out of LA. He's dope. Shit's going up. I'm like, okay. Then it'd be shit like that. That's how I got on the Big Sad shit. Yeah. Because my boy, he would always play this shit, and I'm like, I caught myself like, hey, what's the name of that song you was playing? So I start cracking the nigga shit, and I'm like, I'm about to reach out to this nigga real quick. That's the only time I ever did that. Like, let me reach out to this nigga. And he was like, I just told him I'm in Seattle, whoop, whoop. We can do it through the email, or we can fuck with it next time I'm in LA. Yeah. I'll be back and forth and shit, but he was like, actually, I'm finna be there.
Oh, that's fire.
So I'm like, all right, well, shit, just pull up on me when you get here. And we went in I brought him to the lab and shit. What's so cold is I wrote a verse to this beat, fucking with them YouTube beats. And he was like, oh, I already got a song to that beat, bro. I was like, for real? Fuck. All right. So that song on that video me and him got, that verse, I wrote that to a whole different beat at first. So we found that beat, and I had to adjust my shit a little bit. But, yeah, I had that. We got a couple more songs, too, that I ain't did nothing with yet. Yeah. Ain't nobody heard them.
What's your, how do you, like, what's your artist, like, what's your process about releasing music? Like, are you just straight, like, it needs a video every time, or are you just like, I got to give Lucy's whenever I feel like the music just need to be out?
Yeah, I feel like that. Like, it just need to be out, bro. Like, I used to, well, that's how I am right now at this moment. Yeah. But I used to feel like, hell no, I don't want to oversaturate it. Yeah. But now that I learned, like, motherfuckers' attention span short. Yeah. So you got to keep hitting them with new shit. Because they gon' love it for a minute, but shit, it ain't going to be, shit don't last forever. Niggas don't got them, people don't make that kind of music no more where it's just it be people's go-to song. Like, songs ain't never going to go nowhere. Like, what could we say is one of them? Like,
I mean,
Marvin Gaye, let's get it on.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like that. Sometime
I was gonna say what Wizkid and Thames did this year.
Okay, which one?
I got one for you. A song that ain't never gonna go nowhere. I got 5 on it.
Oh yeah,
some shit like that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be in commercials. That's gonna be on football, on video games, on movies. Like, motherfuckers don't make that kind of shit no more. That shit that ain't gonna go nowhere. Like,
no, that's true.
They're not making shit like that no more.
I just feel like there's overstimulation. Like we're watching too much, so it's hard. I feel like it's hard as like artists to figure out what is a classic. Like I feel like that in movies. Like I haven't seen a cool movie that wasn't a remake in like so long. Like the one that Idris was in, that was probably the last really, really good movie that I watched, and I was like, oh, I love this movie. And then like it told a story, and it tried to tell it by like its own story in its own way. So like I don't think a lot of people are telling their own stories anymore. Yeah. You know, so it's tough for people to think of classics when it's just like you're learning through people now, and like you used to like learn through your bad experiences, your own experience, your own heartbreaks, and that's like I feel like those bring out classics because it's just like there's nobody else's opinion on this.
You're right,
you know?
Bro. You're right.
It might be some Mom Duke's advice or something like that, but it's just there's no one else's voice in this, and I feel like but I don't know. I'm not I feel like as an artist that's really hard nowadays to not have that like someone else's voice, because it's just like I feel like I don't want to say the kids, but I feel like the kids and like a lot of what's being driven nowadays is to make music for short like attention spans. Like no one's trying to push longevity, and if you are, it's in these like it's like cryptic ways. Like I feel like before, like people knew you were making an album. It may have taken you 3 or 4 years to get that album, but like you were doing things in that time frame where no one, like, your stardom never dropped. And I feel like everyone's trying to look at to like, if I'm hot today, I got to do the same thing to be hot tomorrow, instead of being like, let me just make something that I like and that like, you know, that my mom might like, that I'm trying to play, you know, on a Sunday in some slides, you know, like.
Or we trying to please the masses.
Yeah, and and all the music that we love, you know, today was made off just like, is this a good song? You know, like all the things that like everyone goes back to, or everyone like plays in front, like the shit you play in front of your grandma, you know, and take home, like those are things that like won't ever go away. And I think people are like losing that a lot and like creating a lot of things. And like I hope it gets back to a space where like people create for the forever and like want things to last all of time. Like that's the only thing I'm obsessed with, is just like creating things that'll live longer than me, because like you don't really get to speak to it if it's just it ends at your life. You know, you need to create things that like expand your existence, just because it's just like the conversation you'll start it will continue, and then it'll develop and it'll update, and people will continue to like, you know, scream the flag that you started or like whatever you did. So like finding that, I feel like, is very important, and I hope we like in all industries get back to creating things like that. Like it's cool to have like, it's cool, like ringtone music is literally my childhood. So like, you know, it's never bad to have like ringtone artists and things for like the moments, but like if like everybody's just making things for the moment, then like what happens on the next one? You know, time continues, you know. If we looking at years, like people are looking at decades, that's kind of tough, like, you know. So like I think once we get back to that, making shit for longevity, like making shit you want your kids to hear, like, you know, like making shit like, you know,
shit, motherfuckers' attention span so short that they're not focused on making shit that has longevity. Yeah, they're making like, it's like my brother called it, it's like microwavable food. Yeah. That's what they're selling.
I feel like we're in the 80s, though. Like, just like when the 80s was going through that, like, everybody creating the same shit over and over and over again. I feel like we're in the updated version of what the 80s were doing, you know, until it got to, like, the later years. So I feel like the early 20s, like, you know, for the next 5 years, or the next, you know, 4 or 5 years, we don't get the same sort of things. And then I feel like towards the end, we'll start getting that revision of just like classics again, and just like, but I hate that things have to take it to there, that it has to be such long periods of terrible shit, you know, for it to get back to like, all right, where's, you know,
it's gonna make us appreciate the real shit more when it comes back around.
Very, very true. This is good. What kind of weed is this?
I don't even remember. I just grabbed one of the bags. That's damn.
It's good. It's fire.
Forgot.
You know?
Yeah, it's damn, it's got a funky ass name, like galactic something, but there's some heat. I'm hiding the bitch right now. That's why I'm like, damn, I hope I'm not looking too high. I keep trying to fix myself. I feel like Craig on Friday.
We get blasted on TGT, man.
No, it's good. It's good though.
And am I supposed to look at that, or just periodically, like every now and then, just tap in with it?
I mean, you don't have to. Like it's kind of like if you directly speak, like when you like say, you know, those 3 rappers, that's a great moment to like look at the camera, because like,
so I'm doing good.
Yeah, it's great, because like technically it's just you, like we're just talking, like, you know, like you know, I don't ever pan to the camera until I'm like specifically talking to people,
because I don't want to be listening, looking at you, and then when it's my turn to talk, be like, no,
it's good. No. I think about like on every podcast, like there's the 2 people talking. They try to get the angle where it looks like you're talking, but like the audience, like you should know, audience, that we are sitting across from each other, and you guys are at an angle.
We're the ones having the conversation.
Right. So like, yes, we can see you. You guys can see us, but like we're sitting across from each other, so we can make eye contact and shit. So we don't. Sorry if we don't look at the. Carey's not looking in the camera at you. It's good. It's not intentional.
Yeah, it's nothing personal.
Exactly.
Man. I'm learning this setup. Man.
Do you being your first interview? How do you like the process of it? Like not like judging us as interviewers, but just being on like camera and just
I've
like
done
talking
interviews before.
Yeah,
I ain't did a actual like some shit like this.
Yeah,
It been like some. Nah, this is some shit right here. the shit I did, it done been just some motherfucker. I don't know. It ain't like they asking me good shit, but it wasn't like in depth, like how we're digging and shit.
Yeah.
So they don't really count, man. It's the first official.
I love
real
it.
Deal podcast. Yeah. But no, I like this shit.
Yeah.
I like this shit.
That sounded great.
I'm over here. I don't know if I'm high, but I was over here thinking like, yeah, we're gonna do the part 2 and shit.
Always welcome back. This is your like
figure out some shit for
this is home. Like I want you to see this as home. If you got an album rolling out, you want to shoot content. We're trying to get into all types of shit. Where if you just want to come,
that, bro.
Yeah,
all that. Right now, my shit. What is that? Like part of your marketing?
Yeah,
it sucks. My marketing sucks. So I need content and shit like that. Like shit for motherfuckers to see. I'm all for it, bro.
We can definitely get some things going.
Yeah.
Just we definitely we can talk about this all day or off camera. You guys, future shit coming. Just wait.
Be on the lookout.
Come on.
Real.
You get too high over there, brother?
Man, packed out. I'm so serene with this juice. I'm not gonna lie, it's bringing me back, bro.
I know. I got too drunk with Koi last night.
Shout out to Mel Jones, man.
Come on. Great great juice. I might have to crack another one before the day is over. I was trying to save them for the pod, but I might have to crack a few of them.
I need one of them motherfuckers too.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna get you some. Holy shit, the weed is winning right now.
So, Carey, do we have any future projects we should be looking out for? Mm-hmm. Some works in 2022?
Hell yeah. I got a solo project coming. It's pretty much ready to go. I don't got no name for it yet though.
Ooh.
And
that's
then,
the hard part.
Yeah, sometimes that's the hardest part.
Then I got a project with my brother about to drop. My brother Reese. We got a project about to drop soon within the next couple months.
Yeah.
That shit's pretty much done. And that one, we don't got no title. We said we're gonna call it Ism Daily.
Ooh.
So we might ride with that Ism Daily.
Get you some daily isms.
It's gonna bring that. It's definitely that sound that they ain't making no more.
Okay.
It's for sure some shit. I'm trying to bring us back to them years we was talking about.
It's that feeling of just like timeless music. I love it.
For sure. It's definitely some timeless music that we got that we about to drop.
Our scene definitely needs it, man. We need the authentic go-getters out there.
Like
pushing
just some real shit, not all that cornball shit, bro. It's too much cornball shit. The cornball shit is really overweighing the real shit right now. Like,
yeah.
But shit.
But we're getting there.
We're getting there. We taking steps.
I'm loving the city. We're on fire right now.
Yes. Everything that's being looked at right now at the city is shit that should be looked at though.
Oh yeah.
It's like
that's what I always love. Like any city that hasn't truly got its industry or any like all the good shit still rises. Like we're still as a city champion like the good shit. There's a lot of things that are cutting through, but there's a as far as like what you hear people playing and what you actually see and what the city really responds to is mostly local people really like making good music and just like stand up guys.
And it's good. It's like none of the people you could be like, yeah, that song's cool, but he's a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
There's not none of them right now. Like
they're not popping right now.
There's not really many of them right now. There's a couple niggas that, but like not none of the younger cats or nothing. Most of the people that's getting looked at right now deserve it.
Yeah, I believe that for sure. And I think every year we'll see more and more artists break a new threshold and like get that, get that closer and closer to star status, whatever that looks like, in a real world. But like I feel like I said it a couple years ago and I still believe it. I think either next year or the year after is when we'll take over. I give it max 2 years where thank you. I give it max 2 years for us to get our bubble to be like the West Coast where Washington is a dominant force on the coast where we don't have to question where like, oh, like they're still in our style or they rap or like I feel like within the next 2 years, like I feel like within the next 2 years the other states that we sit on the coast with will have to be like, yeah, like they're filthy. They got their own wave. Like I can go. Like I want to do shows with them. Like I'm going to their concerts. Like when they're in LA, I'm pulling up to just be like,
it's coming.
Fuck with it. Yeah, I give it 2 years. That's my prediction. If it don't happen in 2 years, it's not on me because I don't rap. So if you in the industry,
for sure,
I'm pushing it. Like if you here, I'm posting it. I'm tapping in, but. If it don't happen, I don't write the song, so it's not on me.
Got the singles on all streaming platforms. Take It Off and Politics as usual. Go get that shit. Got the video for Take It Off on YouTube now. Run that shit up.
Come on.
I'm high, and I think I left my car doors unlocked.
No worries.
Oh, this is a perfect time.
KWJT, you've been grooving with the South. We got Carey Stacks. Corey, Solana.
Come on.